Hey guys, GNT here, and today I'm going to be talking about something that I haven't talked about in quite some time. I don't know if I've even talked about on this channel, but uh, a comic, Spider-Man to be exact, and I don't mean the Amazing Spider-Man. I don't mean the Spectacular Spider-Man. I don't mean Spider-Man Master Plan. I don't mean Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. Yes, these are all actual current Spider-Man books going on. I don't mean Spider-Man and Deadpool. Like, there's so much Spider-Man everywhere that, I'm just assuming that they're trying to capitalize off of the current movie hype, but who knows? It could just be me thinking things again. Anywho, I'm talking about the Spider-Man book with Miles Morales, which I still kind of wish it was called something else. It just needs some type of extra added to it rather than just being Spider-Man. I mean, I get what they're going for, just calling him Spider-Man, but book-wise and I don't know. It's just a little confusing because there's so many different Spider-Man books, and it was better when he was the Ultimate Spider-Man or a Miles Morales Spider-Man. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, immediately with this book when I got to reading it, well, first let me talk about this. Last issue's cover. Like, the way that it looked was very misleading, and I think it probably, I don't know, I originally I thought it looked better for this one because when I first started reading this book, I said the cover for this book should have been on the last book. Like the whole Spider-Man going and beating up everybody in that club and, just getting wrecked at the very end by Hammerhead. But still, I think that this cover would have been better for the last book. And the last one, I don't know if it would have been better here or maybe it just shouldn't have existed, period. But it's whatever. They're both cool covers. They just don't seem to fit the issues that they're on. But anyway, what we saw at the end of the last book, like where they said next and they showed freaking Black Cat and Spider-Man like they were gonna be having some epic fight in this issue, which got me really hyped to read it because I really like Black Cat. That does not sound right. But no joke, I think she's a cool character, and she's been here and there, but not anywhere I wanted to see her. So I thought it would have been awesome to see her fighting Miles in this issue, but that is not what happened. As a matter of fact, she was in one page of the entire comic. One page. And that was just so she could reprimand friggin' Hammerhead for getting spanked. But anyway, on to talking about this freaking comic here. When it starts off, it starts right from where we left off in the last issue. Like, Miles getting overwhelmed by Hammerhead, which I would have to agree with Hammerhead because he told him, to don't ease up in a fight. I was like, yeah, you kind of don't, but whatever. He's learned that lesson, and Hammerhead like broke some ribs apparently. Like you find that out later, but anyway, Gold Balls. I think his name is Fabio. I can't think of it right now. It's just usually I remember these things, and as soon as I start up freaking recording, I forget. But Gold Balls came out with his Gold Balls ability, and I did some reading up on him because I didn't know anything about Gold Balls, and apparently he was part of the X-Men at some point. Like, I know they stated that he was from the X-Men at the beginning, but I thought it was something like He was just one of those background guys that you never see actually do anything. But apparently, this has been seen before. But I never knew why they really called him, Gold Balls. I mean, I understood he had like some type of golden ball that he made, but I didn't understand it. I didn't know he could shoot these things from like everywhere. And that they were actual gold. Like, I thought that they were just going to be balls with the color of gold, not actual full on heavy gold balls that he was shooting. He was shooting. This is what, and they go poink. They go poink when they hit stuff. Poink, poink, poink. Oh my goodness. He's fun. Like, this issue has made me like him a lot more than I did. Like, the gold balls were everywhere. Just, it was so cool, though. And he shot a freaking giant one that landed on Hammerhead, which, I don't know. I guess it's because I assume things too often, but I thought that they were just going to be smaller size, but he shot a giant one, and that was super cool. I don't know, I was excited. I'm sorry. But basically, he swooped in, shot the gold balls everywhere, and ended up saving Miles from Hammerhead, which, I mean, he was kind of late because Miles is already kind of wrecked. And I mean, extremely wrecked. Let me not say kinda. But after he does this, all the people around are like, wait a second, is this real gold? Oh my goodness, it's kind of heavy. Ah. And I was like, seriously? Because I didn't know. It's like, seriously, it's real gold that he just generates. Why is he in school? Oh man. I just make this stuff and sell it. That'd be the end of it. But whatever. It's comic book stuff. You can't actually profit off of your powers. I understand that. Apparently that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. But they get Miles, they take him back to the dorm, and his mother is waiting there. Which, his friend, quote unquote, tries to tell him the freaking, flip. I can't remember his name. Dang it. Black kid with the glasses. He was trying to tell them, and they were kind of, being dicks to him. And he was like, yeah, your mom's here. After they saw her, it was funny. But his mom ends up taking him to a hospital and, getting him past all the extra checks and the blood work and fingerprints and all that. And, let's say his ribs were broken and whatnot. He has a black eye, so it just looks like he got into a really bad fight. But, which, I mean, he did. But his mom tells the nurse that, that was skateboarding. The flip. But anyway, while they're in the hospital, he's chatted up with his mother about the whole issue of him, feeling like he's losing it and he's actually more violent than he should be and all this different stuff. Which, I mean, I kind of understand, but then at the same time, you're Spider-Man. You have to fight people. It's what you do. It's your thing. But it's kind of similar to what his mom is telling him about, this is just the way it is. You're not trying to be some type of horrible person. It's just what happens. But yeah, he actually while he's at the hospital, he goes to check on Lana, and she's watching the TV and seeing how he basically went there and whooped on people, which, where the flip was the cameraman at? Like, no joke. Apparently somebody caught this whole fight, but there was no cameraman there. What, did somebody pull out their cell phone? Nobody shoots cell phone video properly. How did this happen? And how did it get on the news this quick? Like, it's... Okay, you know what? Whatever. Comic book. I have to keep reminding myself. It's comic books. Also, anybody else notice that, like, Miles's mom and Lana's faces look extremely similar. Like the artist just said, I can draw one female face and different hairstyles, sorta. And he was like, ha ha, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. Here you go. They look extremely similar, which, they should probably do a little bit of aging on Miles's mom. Just make her look a little bit older, because it's weird that she looks exactly the same as another character that's in the same frame, the same shot there. But it's whatever. Comic books. I'll get over it. But basically, Lana's just really happy that, Miles was actually that concerned. Like, he went there to beat up people, for her. And, it's touching. It's nice. After that, we get a quick shot of Black Cat, the only shot of her that we see in the entire book. It's not even a good shot. And she's talking about how she told him to, deal with Spider-Man because she saw this coming down the street. I thought the phrase was like from a mile away, but whatever. And the thing that we end on for this issue is basically Lana saying how she thinks that Spider-Man's in love with her. Miles is all lovey-dovey about her. Now, I don't know if that's exactly true or not. Also, real quick, Fabio's wearing a Zelda t-shirt. Just thought I'd point that out. I don't know if I even got a shot of that, but I thought it was worth noting. Anyway, she apparently, just says that for him doing all that, he must be in love with her. And she said she was freaking out because she's in love with him too. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Oh, man. Oh, that could be an interesting storyline. That'd be an interesting couple. I'd like to see that. Because, it's weird. I don't know what Marvel exactly is trying to do right now. Like, they keep on having random chicks being in love with him, or rather having loving-ish relationships with him. Like, first it was just the Gwens, because there was Gwenpool, and then there's the alternate Gwen Stacy, which is Spider-Gwen, and I don't know, now it's Lana, which Lana makes more sense because she was actually in his previous book. So that's why I'm thinking this would be an interesting looking couple. And it's, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens. And I'm hoping this isn't like some sort of death flag. Like, the next issue, they decide to kill her because of this revelation. And it's going to make Spider-Man way more Spider-Man-ish if he has a girl that he likes to die. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's something to look forward to. And at the very end, Hammerhead calls up some guy named Nick to come and, deal with somebody with the strength of a spider. Oh, man. But overall, this issue was really good. But here's the thing. I really like this book. So there haven't been really any issues that I haven't liked from it. But here's my thing. I'm a Miles Morales fan, so I've been reading all of his stuff since, well, I wouldn't say since the first time he appeared, but a few issues after that. Because at first I was one of those people that's like, I'm upset that they're changing Spider-Man. But then I got over it. I got over it because his book's so good. Like, his books have always been really good to me. And that's saying something, considering how much trash Marvel pumps out, Like, right now, he's the only Marvel book that I'm still reading. And I tried a lot of crap. I tried a lot of Spider-Man stuff. When Spider-Man did the whole clones thing again, I read all of that, and then I was like, I don't think I want anything to do with this anymore. But I've heard that they're bringing in a much better version of Doc Ock to where he's kind of like superior Spider-Man-ish type Doc Ock, and I think he was like the superior Doc Ock, as a matter of fact, superior octopus or something like that. I don't know, but I think I might check out the Amazing Spider-Man book just to see exactly how cool he is. I don't know, but for now, the best book that they have is this one, and that's all I can say about it. Everything else that I read is DC, so it's whatever. Anyway, as far as this book goes, I'd give it a good old 5 out of 5. It's just me. I think it's awesome. I thought it was great. And if you haven't checked it out, you should check it out. His book, his series, it's awesome. Go back and read the other stuff. You know what? I would suggest you don't read the last series because of how they force ended it, because they were ending the Ultimate Universe. So that's a little disappointing. It's still good, but the way it ended was rather disappointing because, they had to just literally stop it and start up a new book with him, and that was really sad. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to see you next time with more Spider-Man, maybe. It'll be a month, so tell me if you guys want to see more comic book stuff on here. It'll most likely be DC stuff because I'm just not into Marvel like that. But, peace out, and have a great day. Thanks for watching. See you later.